guys can introduce yourselves to the chat.
What's good, chat? My name is ESTI, LUVESTI. What's up, what up, what up? Where you going?
Hello, I'm Kai, CAIUWUS. Hello, you guys are so cool and fun.
What's going on, chat? Y'all already know. Coach, I'm the king of fitness. Mr. Professor, you know, all that good stuff. Let's go. We're about to have some fun. Let's get into it.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
What up, guys? How y'all feeling? My hands are wet. 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 How y'all feeling, man? Shalom, man. Nice to see y'all, man. Yeah. All right, so look. Okay, I'm real excited. First of all, thanks for coming on like very limited notice, cause I'm scrambling right now. I'm scrambling. So how y'all been since Streamer U?
Amazing.
Great.
Awesome. It's like a few hours. I feel like I'm like, I'm like good.
We can go IRL. Let's move around. Yeah, I can show them the house, and then we get started. Fix the pen. What's wrong with the pen? Is there a typo? Hey, make sure there's no typo in y'all name, real quick.
I'm good.
I'm good.
Okay. All right. Cool. What's wrong?
This is what you gotta go over. They all have a copy too already, but I know it's for later. I'm just giving it to you now.
All right. Wait, there's phone numbers on here.
Yeah, it's not for on camera, but
I'm gonna show it on camera. So mute the numbers. Yeah. All right. IRL. Yeah. You ready? Yeah. Let me show you guys around the house, man.
Yeah, right.
IRL. Yeah. We ready? Yeah. Let me show you guys around the house, man.
Yeah, bro.
Let me show you guys around the house. You guys want any drinks or anything like that?
No, we're good.
Okay, heard you. Actually, there's gonna be an any means orange in the main fridge. All right, we're good. Okay, boom, let's do it, man. Thank you guys for taking your shoes off and stuff. I appreciate that. Yeah.
I know.
At Home Depot is dumb cheap.
Bro, after this weekend, I'm like, I could take the meanest nap on this right now.
That's where we take our meetings. That I just lay down. No cap. All right, man. So let's start. We're gonna walk around and start from the backyard.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, this is where the pool party is gonna go down real soon.
Wow.
So this is maybe the last time you get a chance to see it in this condition.
Oh, before it gets destroyed?
Yeah. I'm a little worried about that, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
But yeah, like we finally got everything working here. So the pool's finally heated, the hot tub works, so everything's kind of essential. Here's my little trees. We got the apple tree on the right, cherry tree to the left of that, pear tree to the left of that, and then a peach tree to the left of that. So yeah, like we just planted these like 3 weeks ago. So these are my little babies. We're working on them every single day, essentially.
Are you growing them or somebody growing them for y'all?
No, we planted them together. The only thing I had done was put this flower bed together because that would have took all day.
Okay.
Yeah, so they put a flower bed up here because right underneath this floor is mountain. So you can't really build them here. You gotta build up.
Organic?
Yeah, you gotta be organic. I did watermelons 2 years ago, like right here, and I'm not even controlled. The shit you get at the supermarket, it doesn't compare to the stuff you could just grow.
Got it.
I don't know what they put in the supermarket stuff, but my shit tasted way better.
Wow.
So like now I'm experimenting with these. Yeah. These are my little koi right here. There's koi. Yeah, it's koi Sinat. It's CAIUWUS, Coinum, Coivis, Koi Next Door, and Koi Dennis.
Okay. Damn.
Yeah, you want to feed them? Let me see.
Yes.
Where's the
I love koi fish so much.
Yo, the colors are insane.
Where's the? Oh, it's right here.
So zen here. Makes sense.
I'm a Pisces, so you know I'm really a fish. I can really go in there and live in there with them. You know.
Yeah, you just grab some, put them in your hands, just like they'll come up.
It smells like dog food.
Yeah, it is kind of like dog food a little bit.
Fire. Hello, kitties.
I got too much. Will they get fat if we feed them too much?
They're already pretty fat, I won't lie.
Alright.
Yeah, they're pretty fat. These fish are obese.
Have you ever had a vet call one of your animals fat?
Not yet. Oh, wow.
They're black and
Who was that?
The really black one, that's Koi Dennis. Yeah, he's the athletic one.
Got it.
He jumped out my hands when I was putting him in.
What?
Yeah. So right there, the one that just came up and ate, that's Koi Sinat.
The new one?
Yeah.
Wow.
They kind of like, you get it?
I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah, so these are my little babies. We put them in like, maybe like 6 months ago now, chat.
Man,
So they just got past hibernation, so now they're a little more active and stuff like that. They're awake.
Oh, they got active for us.
Yeah.
Hi, buddy.
You know, when I first got them, they were afraid to even come up and eat. They weren't doing what they just did, so they feel a lot more comfortable now.
Damn. I
Yeah.
didn't know fish hibernate.
Yeah, they sleep a lot during the winter,
Yeah.
and you barely need to feed them. You feed them like once or twice a week.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's like a low maintenance plant.
Cause it's cold out here, like it's even colder down there for that. Yeah, so the only thing I gotta really make sure with these guys is people come in here and treat it every week, and then I just make sure the branches and stuff are cut so that the debris isn't falling in there. It's not good for them. But yeah, so like if we go this way, there's like an acre or so up there. There's no need to go up there, but it's kind of just like random like meditation space and stuff like that. Nobody ever really comes up here unless there's like an A&P war. But yeah, it's lots of like just foresty space. Sorry about your white slides.
No, you're good. You be doing this is where you be doing the hide and seek and shit.
Yeah, we've been up here a few times for videos. Yeah, so this is that area right there.
Scared to go back in that shit, really?
Nah, it's beautiful up there. Honestly, like I think you would catch a vibe up there doing some like calisthenics or some shit. Yeah, no cap. You would love it. So this is kind of like the back of the house, but it'll bring you back to the front of the house if you follow this way. These are our mini water heaters, making sure we have hot water. You guys entry through here.
Not the TRX.
Yeah.
You got the big body.
Whoa. Yeah, this is my baby. That's my Blackwing right there.
Why don't you drive this game?
I do, but I just got it back. It's like Keem hates when I drive this on stream, so we usually just take the truck because it's more compact and it's so tinted that lighting kind of sucks. Yeah.
Man, when it rains, you don't be scared to drive that truck down the hill?
No, I feel the most comfortable with this.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I'm scared with this. Rear wheel drive, very powerful manual. This is scary, yeah.
It's important to know that that's his truck. That's
right, this is my truck. Yeah. Yeah, so this is like the garage area. That door right there will lead to the house, but so will this front door here. So this is like technically the entryway. Yeah, this is our go-kart. Anytime we need to make runs to the Clover House or something like that. Yeah. The go-kart is essential. The go-kart is essential.
Like, he really looks like he just be whipping that around a lot. It makes sense now.
So this is the entrance of the house. Brand new renovated A&P house. There's a beautiful. Yeah. You were here before that too, right?
Yes.
Yeah, different.
That's hard.
Yo, why Davis the only one with no shirt on though?
Yeah, look how they did me though. Look at my face. They had me fucked up. They had me fucked up.
You want to try one of these?
What is that?
It's the protein bars or something.
Hell yeah. We could try it. Wait till I sit down though.
Okay.
Or when we sit down together.
What flavor do you want?
Cinnamon roll, peanut butter, fudge. Poll in the chat. Okay. Yeah, they'll pick for me. So this is the bang bar area right here. Pretty self-explanatory. It's bangs and alcohol. We don't really drink. I don't know why the alcohol's there.
For decoration.
Yeah, literally for decorations. So yeah, this is lounge, lobby area. It's nice that we have all this now because this place used to be like unlivable before. Like there would be no purpose to be here, but now like there's usually people kind of just chilling, posted. Like, you know, like if my team needs, like they'll be here for like 2 hours before we do something on stream. It's just so nice to have this area. And there's like really no TV aside from the one all the way down there. And that's really just for the house manager, to be honest with you. So this is more chill vibes. That's more like TV vibes, but kitchen here is phenomenal. 2 like giant islands, you know?
This is crazy with the view.
Yeah, like I wish the staircase worked because the view from the balcony is insane. So like you get a whole landscape of Georgia, and if you guys see all the way over there, you see like 2 cityscapes almost. The right side is Buckhead, so that's like the Beverly Hills of Atlanta, like the bougie area, and then downtown is to the left of that. You can see it all really clearly if we could go up there, but right now there's just no accessibility. But yeah, like fucking. So
sometimes y'all be like, hey, I want to have date night, nobody pull up type, or do y'all?
Nah, I mean, if people bring someone over, they bring someone over. Like only time you'll say that is if like there's a camera in the kitchen or something like that.
Got it.
Yeah. But yeah, this is the court. It's the A&P court. In case you ever want to hoop, the floodlights work, so you can hoop at night and stuff like that.
We were hooping earlier.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Who's the best hooper?
Well,
probably me.
Yeah.
I can see that.
You didn't make nothing. You didn't make nothing.
I took a cute picture though.
Yeah, that's all that
I got
matters
it.
sometimes.
I got my pictures,
That's
so.
all that matters. So yeah, 2 fridges. So this is like the food fridge, and then this is like the bev fridge. And then there's 2 freezers too, technically, so they're both underneath. And then a little pantry with essentials and things like that. What's that?
May I have a sparkling water?
Yeah, absolutely. Boom.
Beverages.
I like sparkling water.
Some people love sparkling water,
It's
no
very
cap.
good.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, if you guys ever want a beverage, just come in here and take whatever. If you want any right now.
We had
Oh, okay, all right. Me too, but I just love drinking shit all the time.
Me too. I ain't gonna bathroom too much.
So this area here, like dining, you feel me? In case you need like a chat for your stream or something like that, you could just walk around with one of these. Feel me? You could put your chat on here, walk around one of these, it's its own computer.
It's classified.
Yeah. And this TV works too, so sometimes if we're in the basketball court, we'll just plug this in and then use the TV as a chat as well.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah. Pool table in case you guys play pool?
Yeah, I play pool.
Yeah, I'm not that good neither, but I play sometimes. So that's this. And then honestly, this area here is fire. Like this is where most people spend the time now. Like anytime something's happening in the house, this is like the watch party area. So like when Kai was announcing like the Streamer U candidates, everybody in the house was chilling right here, just watching it with everybody at home. So we're reacting to it right here.
Wait, so the Shopify thing, that's how many?
So that's broken. That's how much sold on the first day. It's broken now. But yeah, that's tone sales. So like it was supposed to keep going up, it just doesn't work anymore. Yeah, and then all the retro consoles, I collect too, so I have a lot of these as well. But you know, OG Xbox, Sega Genesis. Yeah, and we play games, so and then that makes sense.
Y'all be having like tournaments offline?
Sometimes like if whoever's not live, we'll just like kick it in somebody's room and play 2K or like, you know, something like that, like college football or something like that, but not tournaments, but you know, whoever's offline, sometimes we just go in one person's room. Like the other day we were in Chris' room just kicking it. So this is like the living quarters. I don't want to go in people's rooms, but Davis is down here. Chris is down there. If you come up Kai.
His chair?
Yeah, he has a gorilla chair. I don't know.
What?
Yeah, I don't know.
Look.
He has a gorilla chair.
Big ass dude.
It's not comfortable neither. It was a bad pick. This is Kai's shit down here. Obviously, he has the basement. If we come up here, this is mine in the middle. And then up top is Duke and Phantom. And so that'll bring you back into my room. And actually, take a look at my thing, 'cause my room's pretty deep. I'll probably spend the most time here, but also like my area just has a lot of space. So
yeah,
it's very convenient. So it's under construction. I'm getting a whole makeover for the room, probably when I'm out to DreamCon. So like right now it feels kind of empty in here, but by design. Once we come in here, this is like tech area. Behind the scenes, like usually Keem and Marcus and Caleb or whoever, Chris will sit here. And then the shower is pretty big. We got a nice shower.
Yo, I remember at one point you had your bed in here, right?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
For like literally when we first moved in, yeah. Yeah, we got 2 bathrooms, one in that side, and then one over here on this side. And then this is my room in here. So it's kind of like a little bit of its own apartment, you know?
It just keeps going. This is insane.
This is actually crazy.
Yeah, so that's really the house.
Damn.
That's hard.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah, it's amazing.
How long you been in here?
For almost 3 years now, which is kind of crazy to say. Yeah, it's been 3 years. We had a house before this, but we got,
you have your little Twitch heart.
yeah, it's my Twitch, I forgot what it's called. A Twitch badge. And then we got the LeBron. Yeah, so shoot, what do you guys think? You think it's too hot? We could stay inside, but we could also go outside and catch some vibes if you want.
Either way. Yeah.
Okay, let's do it. I'm gonna grab this paper. I'll meet you guys outside in the backyard. That's my LeBron, bro. Chat, you have to stop. You have to stop, bro. It's kind of crazy, huh? Yeah. So yeah, let's sit down here since we got some seats and stuff. Watch your step. There's no railing.
This is my fear, because I'm really clumsy.
All right. Okay, so first thing I want to say is,
can you sit over there, actually? Sorry, it's a bit tight.
let me pull my chat open. That's my chair. Oh my God, my chat's trolling. My friend Willie pulled up and like got in my truck and drove off and made me think it was being stolen. So I'm panicking, thinking my car is being stolen. Yeah, while I was buying cars earlier. And I was screaming, that's my truck, that's my truck. And now they won't stop saying, that's my table, that's my chat. Shut up, bro, shut up. Okay, all right. So first thing I want to say is you guys deserve this opportunity, okay?
Appreciate that.
It wasn't no handout whatsoever. Honestly, my chat loved you guys the most. You guys had an opportunity to make an impression. That's important because like sometimes all you have is the impression. The way you talk, the things you're saying, the way you carry yourself is important. Now, you also have to be authentic. There's hella brand deals I just came with my slides and my toes out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You take me as I am, you feel me? I'm not gonna be any different as a result, but you also have to make sure the brands know that as well because the last thing you wanna be is inauthentic.
Right.
So the 3 brands were Droptics, it was Baze, and it was the Moon Oral Beauty. And so we're gonna go over like talking points, how to over deliver, and then also making an impression. Do any of you guys have like, I kinda wanna be able to see you. How the fuck do I get rid of this?
Oh shit.
Okay.
One hand.
One hand.
Where is the card stuff? I think I didn't put it in something.
Yeah.
You sit there, actually.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, mine's like okay like it.
So, this is gonna be your example that you send to every brand moving forward. As you have more good examples, your library, your portfolio is gonna get bigger. You know, like anybody, as you train somebody, the likelihood that you get somebody else is higher because you can always reference the last person that you trained. So let's, sometimes people do brand deals and like their priority is just doing the bare minimum. They could feel that.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like Bang doesn't pay me any extra or A&P any extra because I drink them all the time. Like contractually, there's certain things we have to do, but also because I enjoy the product, it's just easy for me to drink it all the time. That love is easier to translate. So let's start with Droptics. Let me get this open, coach. So the talking points for this one is focus enhancing. It relieves dryness, redness, and fatigue caused by intense focus. So I guess they're trying to like angle it towards like gamers and stuff like that.
Got it.
So the first thing you want to do in this circumstance is you want to think, what's something I could do on stream that I could fit this into that will feel natural, but will also be good content.
Got it.
Sometimes brands are going to ask you to do things that is going to make the content a little worse. We push back on those. Some things are absolutely necessary and other things they're willing to flex on. But in this circumstance, like, let me give you a really good example. The Samsung deal that I did a month ago, we were playing COD Mobile. They had a game plan. They were promoting the S25 Ultra using COD Mobile. I didn't like the game plan. I told them straight up, this is bad game plan. If we do it this way, I'm down, but it's gonna tank and be one of my worst performing streams. They took the feedback and they made every necessary, I was literally play calling like, don't make me host the shit, put me as a commentator. They said, okay, we can make the adjustments. Don't do this, don't do this. You know your content, right? Yeah. Having a good idea of what's gonna perform is essential. For me, I know it's gonna work with my audience. So I just kept making changes till it got to a point where the content was gonna be good. Like it's COD Mobile, there's only so much you could do, but the content was gonna be as good as possible. And on top of that, so let me do I have a pen? Chris, do you have a pen for me? I got Can you give me one?
Yep. Look, she's already using hers.
Oh yeah.
Oh. See? I love that. I love that.
Back on stream too.
So let me explain it this way. We knew we were doing an ad. It would have been very easy for us. We flew to Vegas to promo S25. It would have been very easy for us to just do the S25 COD Mobile ad for 2 hours and get off stream. That's bad business. That's the bare minimum. So, okay, how can we sandwich that with other content that has very high appeal? I told Chris to search all over Vegas, thank you, for things that were very interesting to do so that we can make a longer stream out of it, and the Samsung thing would be the one part of it. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So now I'm not just doing an ad and getting paid. Now I'm sandwiching good content in there. Yeah. Especially if you're traveling somewhere, there's gems in every city. When I went to New Orleans, now I don't want to leak that because I'm going to do it. But every city you go to, gems.
Shout out Louisiana.
Yep. There's people there you can do stuff with. There's places you can go. Don't just stop at Yelp. Ask around. Like the locals are going to know things. So for the Samsung thing, we found the pawn shop, the famous pawn shop from the show Pawn Stars. We got to go there. So we started off with something we knew was going to give us a good title and thumbnail. Not thumbnail because it's not YouTube, but we did upload it on YouTube. So pawn shop is going to be in the title. Let me do it on this side. So content plan, pawn shop. Pawn shop is gonna bring people in. They're gonna be excited to see the pawn shop. We went in there, we shopped. Dylan was there with us, so we're doing it with someone that the chat also knows and loves. And so that brings people in. In between that, we have S25 ad, okay? We made the changes to make it as interesting as possible. We want to retain as much viewership as possible. But then after that, we don't want people to leave once the ad comes in there. So to keep as many people in there as possible, let's do something after. So we found this restaurant where, like, if you don't finish the food you order, you get spanked. It's called Heart Attack Grill. But that's a gem though. Like, you have to research that. So then we went to Heart Attack Grill. So you can hear me as I'm doing the ad. I'm telling chat, like, we're going to Heart Attack Grill later. You're not gonna wanna miss it. So now there's an ad, but there's something before to bring people in, something after to keep people there, and there's an ad that we tried our best to optimize. We're getting money, we're doing great content, everybody wins. So that's an example of what you should be trying to do with drop ticks, with bays, and with Moon Oral Beauty. In your own ways. It's not that hard to impress the suits, I'll be honest, okay? Most people do the bare minimum. You doing a little bit above that is actually gonna excite them a lot. I'm being dead ass. So like, the first thing you have to know is what their expectations are. Some brands, like Dropsticks for example, they might just want awareness. They want people to know what their product is. Some brands, maybe they want conversion, right? Maybe they want people to click the link and go buy the product. So you have to understand what specifically it is they want so that you could help them deliver that. For Webull, they wanted conversion. They wanted people to go to the platform. That was the pocket watching class. And they wanted people to use their trading platform. So I understand that. That's something that I referenced throughout the thing. And I found ways to include it into my lesson that didn't feel like it was taken away from the content. Like, it's so much, it's so easy to do brand deals in ways that like are fun. And the thing is once you start to build a portfolio, you'll get more and more fun brand deals. It'll be easy. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, once you're doing brand deals with the brands you use anyway, like the clothes you wear anyway, and the events you like to go to anyway, the Rolling Louds, like layups. You're getting paid to, at that point, do what you want. That's what we're trying to get to. So in this instance, Corey, you don't have to come up with it instantly, but let's brainstorm, like, for Dropsticks, how can you see yourself packaging the content to make this as appealing as possible based on like what you like to do? Okay. And you don't have to rush to an answer because sometimes it takes a lot of brainstorming, but part of it is just like shooting out ideas. One of them is gonna stick.
Well, I know for sure because my training starts so early in the day. I probably try to see like how long I can go without, like how long I can go in the day before my eyes start to kind of like feel draggy. And then I'll probably try to implement the drops before my eyes start dragging. Because my day is like from 4 in the morning all the way to 10 p.m. at nighttime. I just think that it's gonna be very easy for me to kind of like use this throughout the day because my eyes do get tired. And one of these things that it does is it creates focusness once you start using it. So I do think that it'll be more easy for me to kind of use this because my lifestyle is almost a 20-hour day all day long. So like I said, I don't think it's gonna be very hard for me to kind of like show people that using this also increase my visibility and increase my eyesight and increase my endurance as far as, like I say, it take away like the laziness. So once your eyes start getting tired, you do start getting tired. Like once your eyes start getting heavy, you feel like it's time for a nap, it's time to sleep. So like I say, I don't think it's gonna be hard for me, but I do think I'm gonna have to find innovative ways to kind of like show the eye drops throughout my trainings. Yeah, I'm not a gamer.
So let's think packaging, okay? Okay. Like, the idea could be fucking phenomenal, but if it's not, if you can't easily package it, you won't be able to communicate that. Got it. So in your circumstance, my brain immediately went to endurance, marathon. If this is for when your eyes are getting tired, let's get people's eyes tired. Last to leave the gym, okay? Now you got $5,000 to work with, okay? You could pocket some of that 5 bands because you're gonna need it. But what if you put 1,000 up for a prize? So now you're putting 1,000 up for a prize, but now it's like, okay, but what are you gonna do in the gym the whole time? What if there's like challenges throughout, ways to eliminate people? If you're not active enough, like if you don't burn a certain amount of calories per hour, you're eliminated. Like if you can gamify it so that each hour has its own bit of content, you know how easy it's gonna be to sell this? Right. By hour 4, hour 5, man, as they get tired, man, throw a drop tick at it, man. You get what I'm saying? So now you made 4,000 profit. You took you got 5,000 from the brand, you
Right.
put 1,000 up as the appeal for the content,
Yeah.
you're promoting your content in a way that's like natural.
Love it.
But that's the packaging, like the idea. Sometimes it's just like looking at what other people are doing. I didn't come up with the idea myself. Mr. Beast said the idea. And Jamal mentioned it, and you had a conversation with Jamal. So now my brain is thinking, maybe that's content you can do with
Right.
Jamal. So I would shoot that shot.
That's hard.
So it's what you're doing, it's how you're doing it, it's who you're doing it with.
I love you.
And it's finding ways to include that. That's one idea. It might not even be the best idea.
I gotta do that.
Yeah.
I gotta do that.
But like, so luckily, like for me, I'm lucky because I have a good team. So I don't have to brainstorm alone. So I could brainstorm with people, and sometimes they'll come up with ideas way better than anything I could have thought of.
Yeah.
So even if that doesn't mean you have a team, like have some people you could just kick it with and shoot ideas with around your gym that can help out. But that's one idea.
That's hard.
And so then all you have to do is take a look at the talking points: fatigue recovery, redness relief, hydration boosting, cooling comfort, irritant protection, and find ways to include some of these talking points. But you notice it say only use a couple. What if you use 5?
Right.
Now you're over delivering.
Over delivering. I love that.
And in an endurance stream, you have so many opportunities.
Yeah.
And so you have to feel out the brand. In this instance, I know for a fact they have a good budget. So, like, you could tell based on the brand. Sometimes just do your research, but like some brands are strapped. They don't have the money, okay? In those instances, just do your best, obviously. But if you know there's an opportunity for more money, why not crush it?
Go crazy.
Why not crush it?
Facts.
So I've done that so many times where I over-delivered, they loved it, and they brought me in for something even crazier next time.
Even just getting them as a repeat brand, like I say, if they can't go over the top with the budget, just getting them as a repeat brand means it matters too. So,
But your avenue is unique too. You're in fitness. So their product is like pretty ideal for like you're a whole avenue of people they can reach out to.
definitely.
So like sometimes it's just like you just have to create and sell that appeal.
Got it.
So while I talk to ST and K, just like come up. What's that?
You want it on your table?
Yeah. You can leave it there. Just continue to brainstorm. You'll come up with ideas. Some of brainstorming is just seeing what else has been done. Like you don't always have to come up with the newest, freshest thing. Like researching is seeing what's happening around you,
Got it.
especially in the fitness space. You feel me? There's so many ways to innovate, but there's probably examples of things that have crushed it that's been done before that you could also borrow
Got it.
and innovate from. All right. Okay, let's talk Moon Oral Beauty. So in this instance here, like they only got like 4 talking points. Okay. So usually when I see that, I think the brand is kind of new to this.
Okay.
Because most of the time they'll come up with a ton of talking points and they'll tell you to pick a couple.
Okay.
But in this instance, there's only a handful of things they even want you to hit.
Right.
First of all, you have great teeth. So like you're a great candidate in this instance for someone that could promote self-care.
Right.
So they're gonna care about things like that. A look.
Yes.
Feel me? Some brands, I don't know if Moon is a good example of one, but some brands also want to have a diverse pool of people. So like they want people that look different because it's gonna be all types of people that want to buy the product.
Right.
So they want people that's gonna be able to represent them. So you want to do your best to represent you.
Yeah.
You know, and as people look at you, they're gonna be like, oh snap, like you want people to see you using the product and be like, damn, I think that's necessary for me in my life. Because anything that's optional, any purchase that's optional, like the Dropsticks or Moon Oral Beauty, you have to make it feel like a necessity. You get what I'm saying? So like obviously oral health is essential. In this instance, their talking points include teeth whitening, toothpaste, and more. It's trusted by professionals, award-winning oral beauty, clinically proven results. One thing I did in my classes that you can borrow is just using a lot of visuals.
Okay.
Visuals help a lot. Like, can you imagine my class if there was no graphs, no numbers, and it was just me yapping?
Yeah.
A lot more boring. So try and use visuals. Use the product a lot.
Yep.
Your experience might sell it for you.
Yeah.
You feel me? So use the product over the course of 1 week, 2 weeks before it's time to do the brand deal, and then you could speak from the heart about like the things you liked about it the most. It's vegan and cruelty-free, which is, I mean, that's a good selling point
Very popular.
Yeah.
in and of itself. And it's some places that it was featured in. I'm sure your audience probably doesn't care too much about that. So that's like a talking point you can kind of skip. But especially, you don't want no one to think like it's a brand new brand that's been nowhere.
Right.
Because they might be less likely to trust it.
Yeah.
But like, let's do a brainstorming session here. Like, based on you and your content,
Yeah.
how do you feel like you can help deliver these talking points?
So my first idea was short form because I'm mostly on TikTok. So I was thinking like maybe get ready with me.
Okay.
Because a lot of people ask me already like what I use. So maybe I could implement that into it. But long form content, I still have to brainstorm on that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sometimes like coming up with ideas for certain things is definitely way harder than others. And sometimes it just takes a ton of brainstorming.
Yeah.
Deadass. Like, sometimes an idea can seem awful, but if you can be creative enough about it, it can be a banger.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Let me give you an example of something that fell apart that I almost had the opportunity to do. I had a fat fucking brand deal during Streamer University, and I needed 2 people to play the game with. But I thought like, damn, it's not gonna really make much sense for me to play this game during Streamer University. So I'm like, I'm probably gonna say no to it. But then I was like, let's be creative. So I kind of challenged the team to be a little creative. And we came up on something that I thought was fire. And it was something similar to what I'm doing now. But I was like, what if I just give people a percentage of the brand deal and pick 2 students to do it? That's kind of what invented this idea here, but it came from a different brand deal.
Right.
2 days before the brand deal fell apart and it didn't happen anymore, I was like, damn, it would have been so wholesome to give away like brand deals to people who've never done one before. But me playing the game made no sense, but it makes perfect sense if I can do it with 2 people who have never done one.
Right.
Then they can do it with me.
Yeah.
So it's an idea of a brand that made no sense until it did, and it was like the greatest idea to me. So that being said, just because you're dealing with challenges when it comes to the brainstorming and stuff like that, doesn't mean it's not a good idea. Sometimes you just gotta be real creative.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we'll come back to you. You're right about the TikTok thing, just so you know, most of the time, I guess we negotiated the deal for you, but most of the time you'll negotiate that. You'll tell them like short form is my bread and butter.
Yeah.
So like you can prioritize like maybe doing 2 TikToks and then including it for like an hour as part of your stream or something like that. But packaging is important. Because you're big on TikTok, that helps a lot. You want to tell them like, I'll do 1 IG story, I'll do 2 TikToks, and I'll do an hour on stream, and that package is gonna give me this rate.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like the TikTok is very, very essential. Getting your TikTok and your Instagram and even Twitter popping it's like the easy part. You get what I'm saying? The hard part is delivering the talking points on stream and stuff. The easy part is like the short form and the tweets and the IG stories. That's layups. We'll come back to you, so just brainstorm a little bit.
Okay.
All right, Baze, I love how you used it when you came. I love that, you feel me? Because now that feels natural. So you've been using it, I guess you travel with it when you left Streamer University?
Yeah.
So like, what do you like about it? What are your like, how do you feel about the product?
Okay, honestly, the case, it's like a nice hard shell case. You know how like sometimes it gets like dented and stuff whenever they're like throwing it around? It's like clean. It's like so sturdy. Also the way that it's like separated on the inside so nothing's touching anything. It's like they have the regular zip border, but they also have like a thick border as well right there. And then it's like your shoes aren't getting on like your toiletries or anything like that. Like it's really easy to separate everything. This one, it fit my big ass laptop in it.
Okay.
It has like an entire outfit in there. It has all my chargers, my headphones. Like it is sturdy and it fit under the seat, so I didn't even have to worry about like, oh, you're gonna have to check your bag. I just like slid it right under, and it was just like super easy to bring around.
That fits under the seat?
Yes, sir.
Ah, shit.
I know,
That's
right?
big, all right.
So
Someone just said, I'm sold.
no, it's just really convenient. Like it just felt good, and like you know how like sometimes the wheels don't roll right on certain things.
Hate that.
It was perfect. Like I was not struggling at all in the airport, and like I was trying to make really fast like layovers getting out here, and like I was not stressed about my luggage at all.
Okay.
Like, I was just able to go.
That's good. So having an experience with the product, essential.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Because now you could speak about it. Like people could tell when you don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So using this shit helps a lot. Now sometimes it don't matter that much. Like we've definitely seen our fair share of brand deals that were hilarious. There was a content group that did an avatar brand deal that was one of the most funny things ever. And you could tell they did not like the game. That happens sometimes. Sometimes you'll say yes to things and it's not what you thought, or they change things on you last minute. You just do your best in those circumstances. But in this circumstance here, like having an experience with it makes it so much easier for you to be able to sell it. So talking points here, amazing travel brand. There's a base bag for every occasion. So not just the one you have, but you can reference other bags that they have in their catalog. You can talk about the founder here, Shay Mitchell. The bags are designed to make your everyday easier. So they have like pretty generic talking points. You hit most of them, even in what you just said right there. So part of it is like sometimes they strictly want certain things talked about. But find out if they're flexible. because it's easier for you to deliver the talking points if they're flexible about how you can deliver them. Like Webull was really flexible. They were like, there's 2 things you should not do. Aside from that, just use the product and then speak on it. And so the flexibility is not too common. Sometimes they have a bad experience with a content creator and they're like, fuck no, like I don't want. Now they got PTSD and the next content creator they deal with awful experience. That's gonna happen, you feel me? But you just don't wanna be that content creator. You wanna be the one that gives them a good experience. You wanna be the first one they think of next time they got a budget that opens up. So reach out. Like, you guys don't know the point person for this? Find out. Who is the person that got this brand deal? Someone did it. You wanna meet that person. That's the guy or girl, that's the phone number you should have. Same with Moon and same with Baze. You wanna meet these people, you wanna develop relationships. And like, that doesn't mean like spam them or nothing, but just like build rapport. Like these are people that have the ability to help make you money. Do a good job, meet these people. All right,
Question.
what's that?
How did your first brand deal go?
Oh my God, I was in uni in my 3rd year. There was this website called FameBit, and it's like brands would put up an item. For me, it was a scale, and it would say the budget 100 to 250, and you would basically respond to it and say like what you would do to sell it. So I just told them what I would do to sell it. At the time, I was like losing weight and stuff like that, and they just gave me the brand deal. I delivered it, and at the time I was overdraft. I was buying too many McFlurries, so it was what it was what helped me get back in the green. So like, I had to just reach out and make my own. Sometimes it comes to you; those are a little bit easier. But I had to reach out and make my own. So I mean, you can always reach out, no matter what your size is. You go, who's that?
Des,
What up, Des? How you feeling, man? So that being said, let's brainstorm for you. Like, based on your content, how do you see yourself like executing on this brand deal?
So for long form, something that I actually did last night was like, I was like, guys, you have something special coming. Let's pack together. And like, we just pack, and I like drew it out for a while. Like we were just packing for hours. And people were like, what are you packing for? I'm like, I'm packing for DreamCon, and I'm also like gonna take like, a special trip, and I'm using my Baze bag that like they gave me at Streamer University.
That's tough.
That's tough. That's tough. You're going to DreamCon?
Yes, sir.
That's your ad.
Yep.
You're packing to go. Fucking brilliant. Lay. That's so creative. I love that. But you see how that's something you was gonna do anyway.
Yeah.
Now that's content.
Yeah.
So even in the packing, find ways to make the packing interesting now. You get what I'm saying? Like the joke could be that you want to pack everything in there, and you want to see what you can make fit. So like you could even get in the details of how like it's gonna go. Like if it's an hour ad segment, like what that hour is gonna look like. I love to over prepare. And then even if I don't use 80% of it, it's better than being stranded and having no idea. I hate that feeling, bro. It's the worst. So even for this stream, like I had like 4 segments I want to do. I'd rather not do 2 of them than do less and be fucking bored on stream. It's so much better to have more than have less. That's genius. Like, see, and now they're like, oh my God, she's gonna be going to events. We might as well. Now you're someone they're gonna want to come back to. So that's really good. I love that. So, and don't be afraid to like, if you're posting like an IG story or something like that, like just make it feel natural. Like that's not part of the brand deal, but that's over delivering. I'm being dead ass. Like some people are a little more stingy when it comes to that. I get it. Like if you're the #1 streamer in the world, sometimes you don't want to be giving out stuff for free. They're going to be knocking on your door anyway. But since we're not that, it's better for us to build these relationships. So let's get back to you, ESTI. Like, you've had a little bit of time to brainstorm, and you're under no pressure to come up with a banger right now. Because sometimes it do be taking time. But like, let's figure it out. Like, they have oral care. Like, how can we use that in something that you plan on doing in the next couple weeks to genuinely fit it into your content and promote the brand?
I'm struggling, man. I'm gonna be honest.
Okay.
I would say like.
How do you usually brainstorm? Like, what do you usually do?
I like to sit in nature.
Okay.
I like to sit in nature, kind of let it come to me naturally, and then but I brainstorm usually alone. So yeah, like that. Okay,
so just get in your brainstorm bag. It's no rush. You feel me? Sometimes they'll give you due dates. Most of those are pretty flexible unless it's like an event or something like that. But like, that's the next thing. Don't be prompt. Back in the day, Agent, I missed every deadline, bro. Every deadline. You couldn't get me to do a brand deal on time. Especially the YouTube brand deals, I fucking hated those. Oh my God, sending stuff in, getting revisions, sending it back, I hated those. But it makes you difficult to work with. You guys have management or no? So once you do that and you have management, they stop coming to you with shit. Because like you're fucking up their relationships.
Right.
They're building relationships, they're bringing you brands and you can't do shit on time. They're gonna be like, next time there's an opportunity, they got a roster. Like they're not coming to you. Right? Now they're gonna come to you with the bottom of the barrel shit. You don't want the bottom of the barrel. You want the heavy shit. You want the dope shit. So you need management. That's the next thing. Like, obviously negotiating good terms means like having an existing audience. Right now is a good time with the momentum you have to shop your name.
The agency don't have management. Like the agency is not a management company. They just
No, so an agency is more like.
So you got the agency. Like,
no, we just call our community the agency,
okay,
so that's a little confusing. But an agency is more like industry connects. If, for example, you wanted to write a book, an agency would be better to help you with that. Like if they are more large scope career help. You get what I'm saying? If you wanted to have an event, they would have event people. Like they would have the support. A management company is more like day to day. That's who I'm gonna call when I need something today. Like those are the people who are more in the weeds. Both of them can bring you brand deals, but usually an agency's supposed to be the one that brings you brand deals, but both of them can do it. You know what I'm saying? Having both usually is very tough unless you have a lot of leverage because they kind of work against each other. But like if one brings a brand deal, other one's gonna want to cut. Maybe they both had a connection. Sometimes it should be getting messy. But yeah.
So no, I don't want to interrupt, but how would you go about getting a manager like?
Reach out, like so.
Your agency would be perfect. Like I add that on to what you already doing. I don't know how busy it is.
So it just depends on what you want. So there's boutique agencies that are very selective with who they pick. They don't do that many brand deals, but the ones they do is like bangers. Like it's stuff that's specific to the type of content you do. There's more like industry brand deals where like you'll sign there and like The Rock is also signed there and like fucking Keanu Reeves is signed there. Sometimes those don't help because if you're a small fish in a big ocean, they're not coming to you. So you want to find somewhere where you'll actually be considered. The only way you find out that information is by asking people who already signed there. Straight up. They're not going to tell you that they won't consider you. They were trying to sign as many people as possible so that when things come in, they could throw them your way. But you don't want to be ignored neither. So I always ask, like, so if you know, if like you want to sign to this management company, ask people that's like literally DM people that's, if you know people especially will help, ask them. Like, what's your experience been like? And like ask a few people, because sometimes some people get preferential treatment, straight up, and some people don't. So getting a good, like a array of experience will be helpful. But right now, off the momentum of Streamer University, I couldn't think of a better time for you to have leverage. People seeing your name all over clips and stuff like that, your name is ringing. Now's the time where you try and negotiate on your own behalf, because having someone to negotiate for you helps a lot. It's way harder for me to say like, this number is not enough, give me this number. It's like representing yourself in court. Like you just end up looking like an asshole.
Let somebody else be the bad guy.
Yeah, exactly. So let other people, let people who are qualified do that for you. So I say that's essential, especially if you plan on doing more and more brand deals. And it helps, bro. I'll be honest with you. Like, especially the more content you want to do, it's going to cost money, taking flights, hiring people, like even getting items and stuff and events and places booked for stream costs money. So the more money you can generate, the more possibilities you're going to open up for yourself. You get what I'm saying? So there's no pressure right now. You don't have to come up with nothing. Take your time. Like, it's hella nature here. You're in Atlanta. Like, just spend some time brainstorming. Ask around. Ask questions. Sometimes when I'm really confused, I just ask my friends. What would you do? And they'll give me an answer. If it's something I'm comfortable with, I'll consider. If not, then I'll...
Well, then what would you do?
For Moon, I would do a 24-hour stream. And I would do 30 minutes at night and 30 minutes in the morning if they wanted an hour. And I would make the thing I did before I slept really interesting, so that more people saw the ad.
I see.
Because like, it's weirder to pull out a toothbrush in the middle of the day. You feel me? So like, but it's just it just take a little bit of creativity.
Yeah,
so like, if you don't plan on doing one, maybe that doesn't fit, but that's what I would think. What's up?
I have an idea for you.
Okay.
You could do like, you know how there are just like specific foods and drinks that are like notably stained teeth? You could do something where you like eat those and then you like use it to like prevent any of like the effects of like the staining effects from those things.
Yeah.
I like that could be fun as like a stream, because then it could be like a mukbang stream, and then at the end you're like, okay, now let's like,
That's smart.
yeah.
Or you
I
can
feel that could be fun.
eat like some strong tasting stuff like onions.
Yeah, I
and
feel
then
like that
right after
too,
that,
yeah.
brush your teeth and then blow your breath into my face and see how strong the actual toothpaste is.
Yeah.
And these are things that you could possibly do like one after another after another, like drink some red fruit punch with stains and then just see how strong and how long lasting it is. So that's like over and over things that you could possibly do.
Yeah.
Also.
That's smart. Thank you.
Yeah, I really want to
doing that.
emphasize, like, we're talking about over delivering, dead ass. Most people would read this for an hour on some boring shit.
Yeah.
So like, you get what I'm saying? Do you see how it takes a little more effort to be creative?
Yeah.
But it's gonna open doors though. And I think that mindset is like, in life is a lot better, bro. So many of the people around me got opportunities just because they over delivered.
Yeah.
Chris used to be my boxing coach.
He told us a story.
Yes.
Mind blowing. He told us like boxing coach, then he was your chef.
cook?
Yeah.
Then he was like doing other little things. Then you lost the person who was in that job.
Yeah.
And then he started like just doing the things.
Yeah.
And then he like, bro, you need me. At
Yeah.
this point, you
Yeah.
know, so that was very motivational to hear, you know. But over delivering is definitely how you stay around for a longer period of time.
So that's, I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you, that's really all it takes. At that point, it's just like, capture the best moments of the brand deal. You're gonna share that later. Next time a brand hits you up, or especially if a management company, they're gonna reference this, like, you didn't see what he did with Drop Taste? Or you didn't see what she did with Bays? Like, then boom, easy, lays. You get what I'm saying? Sometimes saying things helps a lot too. Like, I can say on stream, like, yo, I really wanna get into mixed martial arts. A mixed martial artist could be in here. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So like, I really wanna do something with Cinnabon. I don't know, somebody from Cinnabon might hit me up. Like, I be shooting shots. Like, you never know what can happen, bro.
We're really looking for a manager.
Hey.
Right.
So, I think, yeah, finding that balance between good content and ways to make money is essential.
Yeah.
Like, I really feel like for the eyes content creators get, they don't get paid enough. These news channels don't have viewers, bro. And they make hundreds of millions. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They monetize the shit out their shitty, down, that dying audience. They monetize the soul out of it. They spam commercials. The experience sucks. Like, ours is completely different. Yeah. So if we find cool ways to integrate the shit, like, at that point, bro, it's layups. It's layups. So, and the last thing maybe I want to say is, like, even if the brand is not something you're particularly excited about, finding the line between what you want to sell and what you don't want to sell is important. You get what I'm saying? Like most content creators been victim to accepting the Raid Shadow Legends deal. The generic, you know, everybody gets them, but it's a bag and it's gonna help you get to where you want.
Right.
It just depends on your circumstance. Yeah. You know, so I want to say, like, there's no shame in accepting something if you need it in that moment. I don't like shaming people for that, because most people would.
Right.
Dead ass. Most people would. And as you get more and more comfortable, now you get picky. You get me? Now you only work with brands that you really fuck with. Now, like, you want your whole portfolio to be bangers and good experiences. And as soon as you get that, I swear it's momentum, bro. As you do stuff that works, more stuff starts coming in your direction. More brands see the stuff you're doing and stuff like that. So this only really happened because they saw my first class. Like, they liked it. So a brand might see what you do here and they might like it. Are you guys verified by any chance on IG?
Nah.
Try and see if you can get verified.
Okay.
There'd be hella people that are verified that don't have a following at all. So you guys for sure could get verified. It helps.
Twitch verification last month.
Hey.
Yeah, congrats, man.
Yeah, appreciate it.
So you're partnered.
I'm a partner.
Oh my god.
Hell yeah, nigga. So I say that because on IG it actually matters a lot, because the verification sometimes is noticed when you like someone's post, or when you DM them, it shows up a little higher. So then it makes it way easier for you to shoot your shot. Yeah, so like just out of curiosity, like what brands would you guys love to work with?
Hats, white beater, boxers, you know, gym stuff, you know, shirts, oversized shirts, just stuff that I kind of like already wear on a day-to-day basis. Yeah.
For me, I would go fashion, but like if we're thinking big, nigga, I'm thinking cars. Like
Shoot this nigga, go crazy, half court, go crazy.
Right.
Put me in a Beamer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I'm like, man, I was really thinking small. For me, probably Glorious Core and Glassworks. Those are my two.
Say it again.
Glorious Core, which is like very mainstream, and then Glassworks, which is a little bit more underground. But they
You
have,
talking about Glorious like the mouse?
yeah.
I know their contact. Yeah, because they wanted to do something with me, but they didn't have what I was looking for. But I know their contact. Yeah, I put you in contact.
my
That's the
favorite
mouse
brand.
I use. Yeah, deadass.
Like
All my
my
mice are
favorite
Glorious.
brand.
Hell yeah.
I have two of them, and I work from home, so I'm just constantly just.
Yeah, I'll put you in contact for sure.
you.
Nah, yeah. Yo, Nelly, thank you for the 10 gifted subs. I appreciate that. W Nelly. Nah, Glorious. And you know, as I said it in one of my classes, peripherals don't always have the biggest budgets. What they're probably gonna end up doing, if I had to guess, is they'll have you put an overlay and they'll pay you like a monthly thing for like a year. I think they usually do stuff like that more so than like one-off brand deals. So, but that's an option. And like honestly, as a content creator, sometimes it's nice to have a consistent bag, bro.
100%.
You feel me? When this shit's like up and down, it's nice to have one thing that's gonna pay you out every month.
Yeah.
So I'll put you in contact, because I fuck with them too. I just didn't do anything with them. Okay, cool. I want you guys to get in the habit of shooting shots. You might as well, bro. Like the worst they could say is no. But I think you guys make great content, no cap. I really want to emphasize that. And I've been seeing you guys all over my feed. And and like, you don't have to try and be anybody else. You get what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to be loud and eccentric. You could be yourself. You don't have to force content you don't want to do. If you're more comfortable on short form, like, be yourself. Like, you don't have to be super outgoing. If shy could be your body. Like, there's streamers that are massive that are every personality type. So like sometimes it's so easy to see like what another person's doing and think like, damn, I gotta do that if I wanna grow. You know, it was a lot of clip farming and stuff on campus. You ain't gotta be that. You get what I'm saying? Like, so you just had to be yourself, bro. You just gotta be yourself, man.
Definitely works the best.
Yeah, so I never got a chance to ask you guys because I really wanted to during class, but like, what's like the number one thing you feel like you've learned in your journey so far?
Dedication and discipline is probably like what have took me. Today is my 14-year business anniversary.
Oh wow!
Today.
Congratulations,
So
man.
appreciate that. So, and I think that being like when people know they can count on you, they'll always come back, especially doing good work. You know what I'm saying? Loving what you do, being passionate about what you do. When that kind of like comes out and it's not looking like a facade, not looking like you trying to, like you say, do something or be something that you're not, it resonates to people like no other. Like when people can literally see your heart on your sleeve, as for like I was telling you, if you just, you know, it works. It's like, don't be shy about who you are, just overly aggressive, be who you are. And I'm telling you, it's a billion people out there. At least a million of them gonna fuck with who you are and how you are. And just say disciplined and dedicated.
For me, like what I've learned in content creation.
Yeah.
Okay, what I've learned is save your money, bitch. Because when them taxes come, boy, I had to pay taxes for the first time. And it was crazy. But what I've also learned is slow grind is better than no grind. I feel like I see a lot of people try to get to the fast money and then they crash out and burn. But like if you're trying to build longevity, just slow it down. That's what I've learned.
That's nice. I like that. Yeah, my shit didn't pop for 7 years.
7 years?
7 years. I was doing it for like, but to be fair, like I started at 12. I started making money at like 20, like 19, 20. Oh my God. Yeah. But it was treacherous back in the day. They was signing people to lifetime contracts. Oh, they were doing content creators the worst way in the early 2010s. Chad, if you remember Machinima, them niggas was wrong for that, bro. Yo, they would sign you to a contract. You got 30% of your own money. No they didn't do shit for you. I swear to God. And you had no choice but to sign them back in the day if you wanted to make money. So, okay, so I like that. Slow grind is important. It don't happen all at once.
I think for me, it's like learning how to balance being yourself but still meeting people halfway. You can't expect, and I think that's really what showed at Streamer University is like, you can't expect everyone to meet you where you are exactly. You got to meet them in the middle. And I think that like knowing how to talk to different types of people opens way more doors than being like, you should always be who you are, but you should also understand that content you run into a lot of different people, and if you'd like to be accessible to different opportunities, like you got to be willing to push yourself out of your comfort zone. Yeah, you got to be moldable. You got to be like willing to hear people out and say like, okay, I'm not comfortable with that, but what if we do this instead?
Yeah.
You have to know how to like pivot with it. So I think that's like the biggest thing I've learned is, you know, you can be yourself in your content, but whenever you're bringing other people into it, it has to be a compromise.
Yeah. You guys all going to DreamCon or no? You're not going? You do IRL content usually, like stream-wise?
No, I just started streaming.
Oh shit! Okay, cool. So you're a TikTok demon, but you just getting in your streaming bag now.
Yeah.
Okay, you got off to a good start.
Yeah.
Hell yeah! Nah, DreamCon's gonna be a good opportunity for you, Kai. Like it's gonna be. I remember 2 years ago, niggas wasn't streaming at DreamCon. I think Caleb could tell you. Chet, was I the only nigga streaming at DreamCon IRL? Because it was definitely the DreamCon streams from like the different events, but I felt like the only one walking around with a camera. But it's gotten really popular. It's meta now.
Is it only for gamers or is it like,
Yeah, what is it?
Nah, it's like gamers, anime.
Yeah, gamers, anime, cosplay. It's really just like big overarch of like media convention. Yeah.
It's nice though, but it's not like an industry convention. Like RDC runs it. It's RDC shit.
Okay.
So like, and there's some good fucking dudes. So we went at first just out of support and love, and we just had a blast. So like now we just go over here.
I have a question.
What's up?
So like out at DreamCon, I'm sure there will be like businesses and booths and stands.
Yeah.
Right? How do you think that like, because I'm treating it as like a work trip at this point. Like
It is a work trip, yeah.
So, like, you know, when I bought my ticket, I was just hanging out. But now I'm like, okay, let me like get serious. So like, whenever you walk up to someone, because you can't really like show your metrics, like, you know, how do you think how do you best present yourself in that situation for like a follow-up conversation?
I don't know how much business contacts you'll be able to get there. You could definitely go that direction. It may be more beneficial to focus on like content creator relationships there, because there'll be a lot of content creators there. But I know Tone is gonna have a booth there, so like, you know, I'm gonna be there, just showing love to our brand. But so are other people with their brands. So like, there'll be a lot of artists and stuff like that there. Like, there'll be a lot of ways for you to connect to people in the sphere of gaming / anime and anything like in our bubble of content creator world. You'll make contacts, like especially if you reach out. You definitely shouldn't say like, my name is Kai, I get this many views. That's gonna come off as cringe. But you should just introduce yourself and be like, yeah, I do this type of content. In conversation, things are gonna be brought up. And if they care, they'll ask. You get what I'm saying? But sometimes if they just like your vibe, they'll be like, oh shit, that might work out.
Okay.
Do Tone do brand deals? Because I think Tone should be in the gym. Like if you want a Tone, use Tone. Or how have that started with Tone? Because I can see y'all selling out and all this.
Yeah. It's not, so we're a baby right now.
Got it.
And we're nervous about scaling too fast because, you know, last thing you want is people to have a bad experience. And like right now, like people have been getting their products like this.
Yeah.
People have been enjoying them. We haven't had any problems. So like we want to scale to where it makes sense. That's why we haven't went past America yet. And the tariff shit been blowing minds, bro. Like luckily everything is made in Texas and Cali except like the packaging that goes on the bottle. So it hasn't hit us that hard, but even that kind of like, so there's a lot of factors. But we're hoping like I don't want to leak, but it's a lot of things coming. Yeah, I'll be able to tell you off camera, there's a lot of things coming. So just scaling properly, you don't want to rush. Like you have a business, bro. Like you scale too fast, next thing you know, everybody has a bad, I
did that. I opened up 12 Shake Some Cafes. I want to come to call Shake Some is a nutritional cafe. And I opened up 5 in Cali. I did 6 in Dallas, 1 in Arizona. And because the business was doing so great. But then it's like, trying to do all that with employees and all that. We did all that within a 6-month period of time. And it was just, like you say, the shipping, all that stuff happening all at one time to where it was like, oh my, I'm just thank God that situation is long gone past us. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, scaling too fast for anybody. Like you gotta just, you know, give it some years. Let us see how I go for some years. Like you're gonna have your moments, but don't let that moment like make you like go too crazy, because I'm telling you, there's a lot in it. You know? So
It's real, bro.
It is.
Yeah, that's scaling too fast. You know the same thing with content too. Like if you blow up right away, you actually skipped all the development, and the chance the fall off is right around the corner. The grind, the slow grind is the growth. You don't feel like that sometimes because you just want to see the shit do better.
Yeah.
But I swear you learn so many lessons, and then next thing you know, you finally get an opportunity like Streamer University. You know exactly what to do with it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? There's people that you could. There were people that like S tier just knocked the opportunity out the water.
Yeah.
I saw how Corey bodied it. Corey, I think, is an example of someone that did a lot of development. All he needed was a chance.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? You want to be in that position, bro. It's a lot more regret in having the opportunity and fumbling it and waiting for another one.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So that's why I'm saying strike hot, strike while it's hot. Like, you know, like if you haven't been reaching out to people from Streamer U, no, you're fucking up. Like, you should be planning shit with niggas ASAP. Like, you're here in Atlanta now. Like, there's people in Atlanta, bro. Like,
I was on the flight back. It was probably about 30 of us on the one flight coming back. And I know all of us from Atlanta, you know, so I got everybody's number. I need them all to come to the gym. I'm about to turn my whole gym into a streaming gym, kind of like how the MEWTWO was. Everywhere we walk in, I got. So yeah, definitely connect. You know, it was best experience.
What do you
Yeah.
say?
I'm in Cali.
Okay.
Yeah.
where do you stay?
Florida.
Florida, Cali, Atlanta. Man, y'all everywhere.
Yeah.
Okay, Cali's easy. I won't lie.
But I'm in the Bay.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn, I don't know too many people in the Bay.
I know. There's not a lot of content in the Bay, but I know that my roommate Valon, she's in LA. So we're already talking about hanging out up there and doing some collabs.
Hey, I mean, the more you can go down there, LA is a cheat code, bro, because everyone's out there. No cap. LA is very easy when it comes to the collabs and stuff.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, I think, who was it? CNET's the one who convinced me of that. Yeah, bro. Yeah, because that's why he chose to, when he did his Mafia-thon, it had to be in LA. It's just so much easier to get people to pull up.
And
like
more time, because like the hours and stuff like that, you just feel like you got more of the day and stuff to kind of like get your stuff done. So,
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like that's probably what I'm gonna invest, like my current income in is just like focusing on like traveling, putting it back into content. And, like,
being around people is
Yeah.
essential. Like, it's you know, it's so crazy. Like, everybody can learn from everybody. That's why I asked you guys like what you learned. But I saw DDG say like the content house shit. Man, like nothing's changed. Like, it's not the house. The house obviously adds a lot of appeal. It's the people you're with.
Yeah.
So if you're in San Francisco, if there's no people you could be with and do content with, it's gonna be a challenge. It just adds appeal when you have a group of people you can do shit with.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So like that group is essential. Like all the content creators at the Clover House, phenomenal. They do a great job.
Yeah.
But the fact that they're all together is what makes such a high appeal and make the difference, bro. It just is so much more fun. You don't know what could happen.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So that's essential when it comes to like the networking part. Yeah, it's easy for you. You're in Atlanta. There's a lot of people out here, so you shouldn't struggle too much to connect. Florida's, you in Miami or?
Nah, I'm in like Tampa area, which is like.
There's a handful of people in Tampa. There's Jinxie, I think.
Snow cone's out there.
Snow Cone is out there. But the more people, obviously, the better.
Right.
It's not like you need people to do your content, but it just adds appeal.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? Like, and having to travel each time you want to do something with somebody is like, it's expensive, but also like it's effort, bro. Like you don't want to fly 5 hours each way. You feel me?
Yeah.
I feel like we got through everything. You guys have the talking points, I assume.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
That copy.
It don't matter. They're gonna send them to you anyway.
Okay.
So that means takeaways. Find out who got the brand deal. Ask. Like, you know what I'm saying? Part of it is asking. Find out the person who brought the brand deal. Not the person on your side. I think that was like that's my management. Find a person that they're talking to. I mean dead ass, like it's essential. Try and find some management. Like or an agency, like you're hot right now. Take advantage. You get what I'm saying? And you can reference like they'll if they're unfamiliar with who you are, the negotiation's a little tougher. Try and find someone who has seen your content.
Right.
It makes the conversation so much easier.
Wait, is there like a website or like you just post it to your story? Be like, hey, I need
I wouldn't post it to your story. I would research.
Okay.
And I would ask content creators who they're signed to.
Okay.
You're gonna find out like most of them are signed to the same 3-4 agencies, same 3-4 management companies.
Right.
And so like there's gonna be some outliers if there's boutique agencies, but most of them are signed to like the same few ones. Yeah, there's a few big ones that kind of like are heavy hitters. Beyond that, you know, over deliver. You came up with 2 good ideas. You can still brainstorm if you want to come up with something else. And ESTI, like, just cook. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you want to focus on the short form, just find something that works for your content.
Yeah.
The priority when you're doing a brand deal is finding a balance of great content, also keeps brand happy. don't ever compromise the content to keep a brand happy. I mean, that ass. It's gonna make you look crazy.
Yeah.
All right, it's gonna make you look crazy. If you got yourself in a bind and signed a contract and you gotta do what you gotta do, it is what it is. But you fight those. It's better you ruin a relationship with a brand than you look like a crazy sellout. And sometimes you don't know what you got yourself into. But like for real, like it happens. You know, like at the end of the day, like. You could do your research, but it could be some shit you find out later, or the things changed and it wasn't the way they originally described it, so stuff happens. But you guys have your missions.
Yeah.
Do you understand your missions?
Yes.
Let's go out there and execute, man.
Make you proud, bro.
Let's go out there and execute, man. Let's go out there and execute, man. Hey, for chat, mods, could you run a follow prompt for all of them, but could you remind people where they can find y'all at?
All right, I'm the King of Fitness, Instagram, Twitch. Pull up on me. I pull my training up every day on Twitch. So if you want to lose some weight, holla at your boy.
LUVESTI, love ESTI, aka KC2, nigga. You can find me on those platforms. Amen.
Hello, I'm CAIUWUS, CAIUWS. I post on Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitch is my main platform, and that's where you can find me yapping a lot.
I'm proud of y'all, man.
Appreciate you,
I'm proud of y'all. I want you to know, most like smaller streamer, I wouldn't even call y'all small no more. You have a pretty big audience. Like you guys are at a development stage where like you have a lot of experience. So use that, you feel me? You guys have this, so I'm gonna hold on to this, but I'm gonna watch y'all brand deals, okay? Yeah. All right. And I wanna see y'all over delivering, you heard?
Yes, sir.
Hey, I appreciate y'all for coming out in a moment. You guys can kick it. I'm gonna do some Pokemon shit on stream. I'm not gonna stay on too long, and we can talk afterwards.
All right, brother.
All right.
Thank you.
I'm gonna see y'all. Hold on one sec. ST,
Yes, sir.
you can go any door. Some good fucking dudes, man.